Previously on Phidius War Journal, Ep.5 set the foundation. Commanders were introduced, alliances declared, and the first moves made in this alliance versus alliance training event. No shots fired yet, but every decision has shaped what's coming next. Now in Ep.5, the pressure builds. After a full week of uninterrupted preparation, production is complete. MRLs, SAMs, and mechanized infantry now form powerful strike groups, positioned, calculated, and ready. This may be training, but make no mistake, the strategy, coordination, and scale of what's about to unfold rivals any real conflict. Every player is primed, every unit counts. You're about to witness the result of 7 days of planning and the explosive beginning of the test that will push our alliance to the limit. This is Phidius War Journal, Ep.5, Countdown to War.
Thank you, Commanders, for joining in today on today's briefing, Phidius War Journal Episode 5. Today we're getting into troop production, preparing for the Alliance versus Alliance battle. It's going to be an all-out war. So let's take a look at some of the Alliance 2 members. We've got Ghana, Iceland, Namibia, France, Brazil, and United States. Next with Argentina, Chile, and it's going to be those 8 players versus the green nations you see highlighted that we talked about in the previous episode. Previous episode, we gave some details onto the player background so you can get an idea of their philosophy, who they are, their background. And today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at United Kingdom, and their troop production is producing multiple rocket launchers, anti-air SAM support units, as well as some mechanized infantry. The mechanized infantry have good hit points, and they're also a front unit, so they'll be taking the brunt of damage attacks. And the multiple rocket launcher is a centerline unit, so they are in the center of the formation of the stack and are a little bit more guarded, as the front units will engage first in the battles for attack and defense. And then the SAMs are a rear unit, so we want to keep them protected so they can protect the stack from airstrikers and Air Force. So you can see on the right some of the cities and the construction that's been built. The first part of this it was episode 4, part 1. We talked a lot about the economics and being able to have resources to produce the troops. And in this episode, we are very focused on mobilizing troops. I also want to look a little bit at the map just to get an idea of the allies. Now, something that I had just found out was the actual battle will be focused in the United States-Italy border. And we'll get more into that in a minute. But I'm just queuing up troops and organizing them into the stacks that I would like. And you can see one stack is going to consist of 10 units. It's going to be 5 multiple rocket launchers, 2 SAMs, and 2 mechanized infantry. I'm also going to add a radar unit to stacks too for armies that would advance. So looking at the map here, I would really like that terrain, the mountainous terrain, because I would get bonuses on my multiple rocket launchers in a mountainous terrain, as the elevation would help them. There's only 2 good areas in in the map here. So right there, we're looking at that's the Italy and United States border right there. You see New York on the left, Philadelphia, and then Italy has Palermo and Bari. There's San Antonio to the left, so we're going to have a lot of troops staged in this section, and we'll get that. We'll get a little bit to the troop placement toward the end of this video, but Antarctica is the geographic location. That's, you see all the ice. All the provinces are snowy, and just concentrating on troop production here in Liverpool. Liverpool's got my best rally point, and so they're going to produce the troops the fastest. Looking at some of the other nations, they have their base troops set in their cities, and they haven't really focused yet on their troop production. So we're looking at their homelands, their home cities, but they haven't really started producing troops in Japan. But that's coming. Still, we have time to prepare, as we're at the midpoint before the war starts. I would like to advance into the United States there, where those mountain ranges are, and try to get some high ground. I don't plan on staying in Italy very long unless it's advantageous to stay and defend. But here's UK, and I'm going to start moving troops around. I'm going to combine. I'm going to keep working on the stacks, and then those infantry that are in those cities, I'm going to combine those into 2 stacks of 7 to split them into 2 groups, 7 per stack, 7 infantry. And then I'll have 3 combined stacks with my special units and support units. So I'll have 3 main stacks, and then from there I'll try to produce maybe some more anti-air defense. So I'll take those 3 units and combine them over from London to Nottingham. And then Bristol, I'll take those troops and move them down to Birmingham and combine them into 2 stacks of infantry. So we'll put the infantry toward the border so that they won't be able to just charge in, and then those infantry will be supported by our support troops.
All right, thank you, and thank you, Don. Italy, Zulu 8, Delta Papa, Japan, W1 said what?
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Bill, for your courtesy. My friend, AvA Ignazio, improving the homebrew long wire antenna. Thank you so much, Bill.
So this view shows the troop movements of the infantry combining together and the movement of the stacks forming. Another interesting thing about the Alliance versus Alliance is, since this is a training mission, we're not really focused on capturing territory or cities to increase production or strategic positioning. The way that you come ahead in this type of game is it goes by your kill count, like how many kills or units you take out on the opposite side. So it's going to be a very war-centric episode based on more of a battle as opposed to a war. And in that battle, you want to try to take out as many units as possible.
20 over 9 and just incredible propagation tonight. You are booming in here tonight, Corey, over.
Beautiful, beautiful copy there, Bill, on those verticals. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful signal. Almost 40, almost touching the 40 mark.
Troop production is still going on, where we still have time to build troops before the war begins. But now we're starting to focus on getting troops into position. Might not be the last place that they go, but definitely need to start focusing on where to have our alliances spread out and to have them into position. So here we're taking a look at where the war front would be, and lots of different infantry getting into position. And you can see the ships are bringing in troops on the transports. And I will be getting my support units in position here shortly. I'm still building the second and third stack, but they're both in production and almost complete. So here's the enemy territory where I hope to advance into. And hopefully there's a lot of rich targets to find. So, on the move, boys. Stay tuned for the next episode.
The north part of the state got a lot more. We got like an inch. I got an inch down here on the ocean. You go in a mile, it's about 3 or 4. But we're all set. Corey, over.
Yeah, very good, Bill. Very good, buddy. Well, I'll tell you that old radio, buddy. She sounds something nice. I'll tell you, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know what you have done there, but beautiful.